Good morning, good morning. Looks like the polar vortex is the real deal. This morning's temperatures are like 20 degrees below zero. We are actually colder here on our homestead than the North Pole. So that's going to make for some interesting chores this morning. I thought I'd bring you guys along. I'm actually going to start the generator as well. We use Honda generators here on the homestead. And one of the big problems I see, or complaints that people have about those generators, especially the Honda 3000, is that they're really hard to start in the cold. So I'm going to show you guys, if it's successful, how how to start a Honda generator in this freezing cold, and then we're going to walk around real quick and do some chores and check in on everyone. Maybe we had some more lambs. One of the questions we also get is about the wood stove. Like, does it last all through the night? So basically, if you guys are on this adventure, you want to make sure you get an airtight stove. You basically load it in the evening, and then they call it choking it down, or basically cutting off the air supply. And it just allows the wood to produce heat without flame and a quick burn. And that's where seasoned wood comes into big play. If you don't have seasoned wood, when you do that kind of an operation with your wood cook stove, it actually creates a lot of creosote. So in the morning, you want to make sure you wake up and then you give it a nice burn, real hot, and that'll help burn off all that creosote. But yeah, if we fill this up at nighttime, even last night, we'll be able to wake up in the morning, and sometimes there's wood there and sometimes they're just hot coals, which will allow you to start your next burn right off the bat. Now you guys noticed we brought the buckets in last night. I'm going to take these right out to the sheep, and that'll get them going right off, and then I can worry about if the other hydrant's working and refilling these buckets and getting ready for another cold night. Another story. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Excuse me, girls. Yes, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Some drink, huh? Must be pretty cold. Well, Smokey and them are waiting right up here. Cold enough for you? No. Good morning. Let's get you some water. This will be the test right here. It was negative 20, so, and the windshield's worse, but I even moved the thermostat just to try to get a little truer reading, a little better reading. Well, looks like we're at 20 degrees. Looks like the propane heater that I used went out. And let's see how the ball valve is. Yep, ball valve's a little stiff, so we got to fix that. And someone asked about the heater that we use inside of our room here where our water tanks are. These are just fit right on your regular old propane grill. And in our area, these things are about 17 bucks refill. And they're pretty handy dandy, and it's just enough. And one of these will last me about 26 hours if I leave it on the low setting, and the low setting is plenty good for here. And I might use this 2 or 3 times a year, maybe. So it might be costing me $40 to $50 a year now versus last year where it was off the chart. And that's how it works. And there's Mr. Turkey. Here, Mr. Turkey. Here, Mr. Turkey. Hey, 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 hey. Boy, old Smokey tried to move in on me. Try to move in on me real quick. Get the sheep food. I know, I'll be back for that water situation. Hang tight. Woo, doggy. Man, oh man, oh man. Tell you what, this is exactly why I wouldn't homestead in the North Pole. But we're gonna take the sheep over their oats, and then I'm gonna show you how I manage the horses while their water's kind of thawing out. It won't take that long, but I'll get them something to drink right now because they get a little treat in the morning, and that hay they're eating, you know, it's pretty dry, so we wanna make sure they get some water. Whew, man, the batteries can't handle it. I had to come into the house. The battery died. I was using the GoPro there, but couldn't do it. So I grabbed this other camera. Plus I had to switch hats. My ears were starting to really feel it. So I don't know why I wore that other hat out there. That was crazy. Let's finish those chores. Maybe this battery will last a little bit. It's a nice little 3-gallon water carrier. We use that for bringing the water out to the chickens. All right, so you just leave them just enough, not too bad to clean out. And they are happy for it. Nothing like being around the water cooler. You girls don't gossip too much now. Boy, I heard a little, and I turned around and there's Mr. Turkey. Well, howdy. You having a good day today? We saw you a little earlier, but you definitely looked a little perked up right now. It is cold out here, isn't it? Yeah, well, you're pretty built for it, aren't you? All those feathers. It's amazing. Just amazing. Oh, he's a pretty one. Old bourbon red turkey. Waiting for the warmer weather. And being a good boy, too. Good stuff. And that water, I also save a little bit of it because the chickens don't require that much, and I check on them a couple times. But I've been using their little treat holder as a waterer. That's actually working out real good. So that way they get a little drink here while we're waiting for the room to thaw out just a little bit. It won't take long. Smokey wants to boss everybody. Came to get the water. But I'll be back. I'll be back. The prettiest mane, doesn't he? Well, Smokey got the prettiest mane. Well, now will be the big test. Will the outside hydrant work at 20 below zero? Stay tuned and find out if it actually comes on. Gravity fed. Oh my goodness. Oh man. This place has some good systems going on. There's a few hiccups here and there, but for the most part, this is a very functional, off-grid, sustainable homestead. Wow! 7 years, baby. Now we'll take all this water back in the house. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Pull the choke all the way out. All the way out. Turn the key. Ooh, sounds terrible. Just let it go. Here it's picking up speed. Slowly start toggling in the choke. Very slowly. Very slowly. Might not work. Battery's gonna die first. That was an epic fail. The generator battery died just about when it was starting to kick over, and then the camera battery died. All the batteries are dying. No drone shots today in this video. So I'm inside right now. I have generator number 2, kind of warming up, and maybe I'll get that going. So hopefully you guys will have a video. So if you're watching this video, everything worked out okay. And then I just have to get the battery figured out on the other unit and then get it started. It should be no big deal. So that's it from the homestead. It is seriously, we finally made it to 0 at about 1 in the afternoon, and then right after that it was -2 like in 20 minutes. So we're going back down tonight, and then I think we're in the home stretch. So thanks always for checking in on us here at the homestead. We are gonna blast past this cold weather. Gardening stuff's coming up. We're gonna do some gardening stuff. We're still prepping garden stuff even though it's cold outside, and we have some neat stuff going on with that, so stay tuned for that. And if you got any questions, leave them down below. And if you like the Viking hat, our friends over at Pratt Family Homestead, she makes these here hats. I don't know if she's still doing them, but if you want to check them out, you can get a hold of them. So as always, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys on the next video.